live? We go live? Are we live? We are live. It says it on my screen.
I'm live.
I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Rev Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef.
I was the chef of the casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department.
For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. 4-time Taste Award finalists, 13-time award losers. They are a dynamic duo of dining. I can Stu on Talk 165.
Well, good morning. God almighty, it's cold outside. Oh my God. I wanted to stay in bed so bad this morning, or
Every
so
morning.
good, and whatever, whichever one. But
You could call in your show. I could.
we're gonna talk about that after the show's over. But yes, we could do that. But we have a responsibility here
To the people.
to our listening audience and our viewing audience. All two of you out there.
Currently 3 at the moment.
Currently three of them.
3. Hey, y'all.
You can spread that money around your family a little bit better.
So, welcome to the Sip and Chew Show. Yeah, it's been cold all week, and then Stu and I started out. What was that, Tuesday night, Stu?
Yeah.
At the Panini competition cook-off downtown on Dolphin Street. Oh my God, it was cold.
I was perfectly comfortable.
I'm sure you were. You were next to the grill.
I also was dressed properly for it.
Yeah,
I had my layers, including
Had
my
layers,
base
too.
layer. Did you have a base layer, Mike?
I had several layers. I had 4 shirts on
What about your
and a
britches?
jacket.
What about your britches area?
Well, that was different.
Yeah. See, I had the full base layer, the top and bottom. And that's the smartest thing you can do. And then you can wear pretty much anything you want over the top of it.
I meant to go get me some long johns, but just ran out of time.
The base layer I got at Ollie's, and it's synthetic. The
Mm.
problem with long johns is they're flannel, which means they get wet, you die. So, but and there are all kinds of synthetic base layers out there now. And like I said, I got mine for Ollie's
Mm.
from Ollie's last year for like $17
Okay, that's not bad.
or 2 years ago, and it's just gray. I mean, it's not anything to be seen. It's a base layer. It goes under everything else.
It has a purpose.
Yeah. So, and I was next to the grill, but that only made like a 3-degree difference.
Yeah.
It was 3 degrees warmer, and that was nice. But
You know, once we got down there and we got adjusted, to it, it was okay.
What'd you wind up making?
a panini. It was a seared duck panini with pomegranate molasses, goat cheese, and wilted spinach on focaccia.
Man,
It was good.
It was very good, and the competition was stiff enough we didn't scratch.
really?
Yeah, it was tough.
I like to say we came in 4th because they don't
You
track
can.
anything past 3rd.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
4th place finish. I think we came in 2nd, People's Choice.
Who won? What was the winner?
Birds Blends was the
Birds
grand
Blends.
champion.
Yeah, he got the belt.
Yeah, Jim Smith of Hummingbird Way, which is a James Beard nominated restaurant.
And he is a
Top chef.
top
veteran.
chef.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
top 10 finisher on Top Chef a few years ago. Former executive chef of the state of Alabama.
Mhm.
He handled all the catering and the meals at the governor's mansion for over a
Oh,
decade.
wow.
Jim Smith is one of the nicest people you will ever meet in this.
Absolutely.
Just a terrific, terrific man.
What'd they make?
A panini.
I'm going to stop asking
It
this.
was a panini.
How are you doing? Fine.
Yeah.
Did you like
It was kind of it was like an Italian style. That's what Bert Blends did. I think they were the one that basically did a pizza in focaccia. The
Okay.
pizza Aola sauce, which is pizza sauce and
Yeah.
pepperoni. And so that it looked really good. And then I tried Frankie Little's from Roosters. They did a Cubano,
Okay.
which even though it's not technically a panini, the panini process is used on it. So
Ah,
Now,
Why
he
would
won
it-
People's Choice, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know why? Because he was giving shots of tequila.
oh,
You didn't know that, did you?
well, I think we came in 2nd
Okay.
in that. We had the most little chips that I saw. There may have been one other person in there, but
If we just had some tequila
you wouldn't have been so cold.
or some bourbon,
there you go.
go next year. next year. I know some people who did that in the chili cook-off and the Cajun cook-off.
Well, I was telling him that years ago I entered a contest on Dauphin Island, had two categories, wings and chili. I entered both categories with the same dish, buffalo chicken white chili, and was blowing away the competition in the People's Choice until one team that was dead last in the actual food thing, which was an all-female team, decided, we'll take off our bras, and then they won the People's Choice.
Yeah.
But everyone said, well, what did they serve? I don't remember eating anything there. So,
But did they leave the tops on those?
You could say,
yeah, they did, but they hung their bras from their tent.
you could say they busted out
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
Nah, nah.
yeah. But that's
you could say that.
You okay?
well, I don't want to make mountains out of molehills.
You okay?
Let's move on. Now you want to talk about windy that day. Dauphin Island is always a wind issue because you're on an island.
Yeah.
That was 40 and 50 mile an hour gusts. It was all we could do to keep all the tents from getting snatched away. It was
Friday was just me.
made you feel like you was at home.
I
the
did.
last-
I did. That's why I stayed in and out of the water.
The last time I did a gumbo competition on Dauphin Island, I decided I just couldn't sleep. So I just went in and got my van, had all my stuff packed in it, drove all the way to Dauphin Island, got there about 10 or so at night. Got my kitchen out and set it up underneath the tent that they put me in. And I just got an inflatable mattress and blew it up, and I thought I'd try to sleep.
He was the guy down by the river.
Yeah.
The wind was so bad on Dauphin Island.
Sure.
And you know those little reed thingy things on the top of the masts of sailboats and stuff.
Yeah.
They were all doing ding 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 ding. I sounded like I was trying to sleep under church bells. I never did get any sleep that night.
Closest you'll ever get.
So about 6:30, I went ahead and cracked the beer open and started cooking.
Oh my God.
Actually, I started cooking at 4:30.
Eight.
But I started frying bacon at 4:30. It was hard to light that grill
Yeah.
with the wind blowing like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Dauphin Island's a very difficult place to do a cook-off because of the wind. It really is. It's
Yeah.
extremely tough.
Do they have, well, you'd have to anchor the tents. Is that what you're saying? All that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes with sandbag, but the one we went to, the anchors weren't holding.
Mhm.
I mean, each one of us had to go to our corner and just stand on it and hold it during some of the gusts. And a few tents went airborne. And, yeah, so I say Dauphin Island is a hard place to do a cook-off.
Yeah.
Trampolines.
Tonight is the Massacre Island Parade.
I don't know what that is.
That is the Mardi Gras organization. I don't know how many years they've been around. Gene Fox is in it. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell who all's in it.
Of course,
But,
a secret society.
yeah, but they have it's probably the most unique because they make all their own throws.
Hmm.
They don't go to a store and buy them. It was Dauphin Island in 1699 was found by Lemoyne, them, the French settler, and they called it Massacre Island because
They found a bunch of bones.
they found a bunch of bones.
They thought it was like a ritual sacrifice, something like that. What it turned out to be is there'd just been a hurricane and it uncovered a graveyard, basically.
There were mounds. There were mounds on Dauphin Island. A few of them.
Shell mounds, yeah.
Yeah.
The Mississippian culture were big mound builders, most likely descendants in the Mayans and the Aztecs.
Mhm.
The native word for this area of the Gulf Coast, like from Mobile all the way to the Big Bend area of Florida, was Amashil, which was a Aztec word that meant the land of the goddess Ixchil. So this whole area had a name before the first white dude showed up,
Well,
and it was Amashil. I like that name.
but their
Gulf of
parade,
Amashil would be nice.
their parade is tonight, and they don't have electricity. They have torches.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very unique organization and parade.
That's on Dauphin Island.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be windy tonight.
I think the wind's supposed to die off this afternoon.
Hopefully, usually it calms down at night.
I'd be worried more about the cold.
Yeah. Oh, well, they got enough liquid thermometers going around down there.
You think so?
It's Dolphin Island, man. If they go from one end of the island to the other, it's still a 20-minute parade. 251-343-0106.
Drunk, start singing all night, drinking wine, studio, they drink wine, pop, pop, wine, studio, they drink wine, pop, pop, wine, studio, pop, pop.
The mic over it, right in your face. Can you see your face?
Well, I like it.
Oh.
This new 5 minute is brought to you by Cammy's. Try Cammy's award-winning king cake.
Oh.
By ice cream
Cake me yesterday afternoon.
Get them together of old shell and
How much chili, you know, in the chili football?
24.
And she wanted to know how, much chili was goes out. I don't know.
Oh, and it's in the rules to say that.
That's what I think. I just said it.
You know, between 10 and 15 gallons.
On Dolphin Island is there. The Torchlight walking procession.
All of us, I mean,
They don't call it a tableau, they call it a can blow.
Flame blow.
Flame blow.
Floats featuring the buff draw, shell mound.
You know, if it's going to be weather like this next year for the panini cook-off, we should do an ice cream panini.
Traditions. Free float represents a significant location for engagements, marriages, and
No, it's a sandwich. It has to be a sandwich.
Shell mound floating
So just do a panini with ice cream in the middle of it and like chocolate. Just make a dessert panini.
This legend of the high seas led to pirates searching the island for decades
A
in
little-
search of the treasure.
A little ramekin on the side, some hot chocolate sauce to dump it in.
Representing Beanville's Native American
Well,
tattoos.
my other-
And then, and top it with cinnamon sugar so it's like a churro. You ever had a churro? A Mexican
but-
donut? Oh my gosh, those are good.
So those that, steak, I had, I'm sure they got more here, but Hacienda sang the wrong.
Old Dutch ice cream shop combined.
So just all that candy. There you go.
Chocolate.
We should have just not played any of the commercials. We could have just kept talking.
Yourself to the best ice cream on the Gulf Coast with
See that, Robbie?
ice cream that is
Flip it.
real on Old Shell, Falls Mill, or their newest location in Fairhope on County Road 24. Armies.
Good job.
7 years and still open.
We been getting in the booth, but I'm really on that trust.
And they've started
I love it. I wouldn't mind, I like to be in that organization.
to skid steers to UTVs
So they do, they make all their own clothes.
on Highway 90. Hey, bro, so you go.
Sims used to be a perfect town. No Mardi Gras parade. Now they've added more.
I'm on my way.
I don't like the little towns having their own Mardi Gras parades. No, see, I don't like the little towns having their own Mardi Gras parade. Go downtown. Now, I understand Dolphin Island, it's an island. I understand like Fairhope, but Saraland doesn't need a Mardi Gras parade. That's who doesn't need a Mardi Gras.
It was morning, say.
They throw meth.
Tom Claxton and Cal Walters, a couple of old
Sleeping
Marines,
bag.
Crap.
a refuge to stimulate your senses.
Half-eaten Domino's pizzas they found in a dumpster.
People so aroused in a very, very long time.
The Scumbut Network radio program.
Ammunition.
Every Wednesday night from 8 till 9 p.m.
Ooh, I got a 38.
5. Your voice of the Ducks.
That's what my daughter's gun takes. Your oldest daughter? No, 7-year-old. That's what she carries to school.
Mike Bailey, Stuart Rev Donald, devoted to the complete gastronomic experience.
A big butter and eggman.
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Hey, Stu,
Hey, Mike.
say hello to my nephew down in, Winter Park, Florida. He's watching and listening to us.
Is this the one that is the proprietor?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, that was in Charleston.
Oh, hey, other nephew.
It's Robbie.
Yeah.
He's down there listening to us. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, we love that when family listens.
Well, Mike and I need to make a plea to Gulf Distributing, Budweiser,
do.
and all that. Y'all need to just supply us with some non-alcoholic beer.
If anybody works for this organization, and I know who to call, I could
And
call somebody.
do any of our local breweries do it? I know Braided River.
I've thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
I think
too.
they did an NA a couple of years ago. I don't know if they still make it.
But I would like, I'd like to put the request out there. If anybody's listened to us, we want to review all the NA beers that are available in this market.
But I don't want to have to
people-
buy a 6-pack to take one.
Right, and you got, and now soon you'll have Lent coming up, and people won't
Mhm.
drink alcohol for Lent, but
Yeah.
they might drink a non-alcohol
Mhm.
drink. And but we'd love to be. But here's the problem: when we go out to get them, they're all in 4-packs and 6-packs, and we're not going to buy.
I can only make so much beer bread.
And not everybody.
The next batch I'm going to make is going to be with that Guinness Zero.
Okay,
I made some with
that'd be
the
good.
Athletic.
Make a pretzel with that. But I would like
pretzel
to-
with beer.
I would like to, be able to go and get these things by individual cans
Yeah.
or bottles. Now, I know, because I've worked in this industry before, that there's going to be an area somewhere in the warehouse where a 6-pack fell apart or, well,
Mhm.
4-pack,
Right.
and you just got loose ones sitting around. And
Hit us.
holla, give us a holla. And I'd be glad to, and I know who runs these companies. I could just put a request in, and I'd love to get some of those samples, and we'll review 2 or 3 or 4 of them
Yeah.
every show, and show people that there are some alternatives out there.
Hmm.
Because if there is an option for an NA out there, a lot of times if I just don't want, I want the flavor, but I don't want the
Right.
effects that go with it,
Yeah.
especially at my age now.
Hmm.
I will take that option.
Yeah.
And choose that option.
Yeah,
So
because most of Mike's internal organs have put up white flags by this point in his life. And the pancreas and liver chief among them. Can't you just drink some water, man? we need to purge.
Lord,
Yeah, so we want to continue to try in the non-alcoholic beers, and I've enjoyed the ones that we've tried.
Mhm.
They were all fine. The one thing that I've noticed with the Athletic and probably the Blue Moon is that punch of citrus.
Mhm.
When I do a bread with it, now the bread is a little citrusy. So it's not necessarily a bread that I want to make a sandwich with, but just cutting off a thick piece, toasting it, and put a little butter on it, just delicious.
Now I will. If you may have noticed, I'm wearing a hat on my head.
Yeah.
Where most people wear their hats,
Mhm.
except hanging on the back of a door somewhere. This is my other nephew in Charleston, South Carolina. He owns Munkle Brewery, and they're just now getting this product into Alabama recently, and it's at some of the Piggly Wigglies and a few other retail stores.
Floppy Hall.
So I'm going to go to
Spastic Sow.
I'm going to go to the one in Fairhope where I have confirmation that it's already in store
Mhm.
one day this week, and get maybe a 6-pack of each or
Mhm.
wherever it comes, and I'll bring it on the show, and we'll try that too. See, we can do alcohol beers too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, can you cook with non-alcoholic beer?
I just made beer bread with some last week.
Hmm.
It was really
well,
good.
see, when you cook with alcohol, you
Yeah,
cook
the alcohol
out
cooks
of it
out.
anyway.
That's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything that you are looking for in something that you use beer in is still in there. Just not alcohol,
Mhm.
which cooks out anyway.
Hmm.
For the most part.
There's
Yeah,
a
you'll
request
be trained.
that, let's see, I think it's Don texted in, said, "Good morning, Mike and Stu." He said, "I'm out freezing my tail off in a deer stand. Was wondering if you had any venison recipes."
Yeah, just make a stew with it, man. Anything you do with
Sausage.
beef. Yeah.
I
You
would
gotta
make-
you gotta cut that with pork.
Do you?
Yeah, for the
You-
fat. You usually put
Okay.
pork fat in that and seasoning. Just treat it like you would beef. I did an entire leg of venison at Mars Hill Cafe years ago that was donated to, and those who don't know, Mars Hill Cafe was part of a church.
Right.
And one of their parishioners was a hunter, and he brought in 2 whole venison legs.
Wow.
And I took one, seared it off on the flat top one day, all the way around, dropped it into a huge thing, and just started simmering it down and made venison stew with it. Right before I was going to serve it, I thought, this was wild game. Maybe I should check the regulations on this. Contacted the state and found out, no, I cannot sell it. I can donate it though. It's perfectly fine. So we were thinking, well, anybody comes in, if they want, they can have a free bowl of venison stew. And then the church said, hey, Sunday is the Super Bowl. We're going to have 400 people up in here for a Super Bowl party.
There you go.
There you go. And I did not go to the Super Bowl party. because, you know, it was my off day, so I wasn't going to go to work.
Mhm.
And the next day, there was nothing left. And they said everyone loved the venison stew.
Cool. Thank you.
And it does make a good, any of the wild game. And if you're worried about the gaminess, you can marinate it in milk overnight and it will reduce a lot of it.
Hey, David Hubble said, why don't you make a NA beer brioche king cake with that orange flavored beer?
Ooh.
That's a thought.
All right, David Hubble, listen.
I'll
this
just give you
morning-
the NA beer, man. You can bring it up here.
David Hubble, this morning I was watching CBS Sunday Morning because they did a thing on bear hunting, and just getting to be a thing because bears are getting overpopulated when they were showing Arkansas.
And very similar to pork in a lot of
And
ways.
David and I was there 2 years ago
Yeah.
at John Foss's boucherie, and it's coming up again here in a few more weeks. But they were breaking down the bear fat to make the grease out of.
Mhm.
And they talked about how, and they were showing just a big old pile of it and how they were breaking it down and getting the grease out of it. And they were talking about how healthy it was.
Because it's a wild animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So it doesn't have
remember,
the chemicals and stuff.
I remember going to the class and we were talking about bear fat there. So I think some of the things were cooked in bear fat. Like, oh, I know what it was. The beaver tail we were having
Yeah.
was marinated in bear fat.
Okay. So they did like a beaver tail.
See there, David? I remember that.
Yeah. Bear is is supposed to be very similar to pork. There's a fattiness there and all that. If it's not cooked all the way, you can get trichinosis from it because they tend to eat out of garbage cans at state parks and stuff like that. Slop,
Out of the picnic baskets.
yeah, slop that we used to feed our pigs is why trichinosis was an issue. Now that we have monitored feed that we give them,
Mm.
trichinosis is not a concern. That's why the USDA USDA years ago said it's okay to cook pork medium. So if you get a pork chop at a restaurant and it's pink, there's nothing to worry about. It's also going to be the best pork chop you've ever eaten.
Wasn't that also part of the other white meat campaign?
Bear?
No.
No,
When
pork.
they did pork, yeah. when-
Yeah, the pork loin and the pork tenderloin are extremely lean. As lean as boneless, skinless chicken breast. Those are good. But now they still have triglycerides, I believe, which is a leading cause of heart disease,
Right.
stuff like that. But extremely healthy, very lean, tastes better than boneless chicken breast, which has no flavor.
David said next week actually is the boucherie.
Yeah.
And the Gumbo Life by Ken Wells, he made his roux out of bear fat.
To me, duck fat is
Well, look,
the way to go.
and last night,
But I haven't had bear fat. I don't know.
last night, and I just cooked the duck breast last night.
Yeah.
And I was telling Becky about how healthy and how good,
hmm
because I said, remember the French fries we used to get in that restaurant that was downtown Mobile where they fry the fries?
In duck
You
fat,
get Chimay beer
yeah.
along with the duck fat, fried fries. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that was killer. Loved it.
Next time you're in New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
this is right up your alley. You like a good wine bar.
Mm-hmm.
Delachase, phenomenal wine bar in New Orleans. There's one like north of I-10 on Canal at Delachase Avenue where it gets its name. And then there's another one on the lake, I believe. But they fry their fries in goose fat.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. And they are the original pommes frites, like came from Belgium. French fries do not come from France. They come from Belgium, which is a French speaking country. They're probably about a half-inch square,
Right.
about 4 to 5 inches long, perfectly cooked with 2 dipping sauces, a Thai peanut sauce, which is nice, and then an
Love it.
aioli, which is what fries are supposed to be dipped in, which is mayonnaise, not ketchup, mayonnaise, but with so much raw garlic in it, it was burned like horseradish. Best French fries of my entire life.
Wow.
Just unbelievable.
Got something coming up after the break for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Jarhead wants to talk a little Mardi Gras action.
Oh, that's Mike's thing. 251-343-0106 if you want to be just like Jarhead.
Like
Charlie thought that song said one time.
cream. What's this?
Streaming live 24/7. DFN Talk.
Mike's about to get
106.5.
all up. It was the Mardi Gras with Jarhead.
know which I was going with that room.
Yeah, same here. I just don't have the money or any way to get there.
Ever since
Morning, Jarhead.
Morning.
Hey, hang on a second. Once we get out of the break, we'll start talking a little Mardi Gras action. And you can reveal all that. So hang on.
All right. Will do.
In the mid-40s this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear and cold. Lows in the mid-20s.
I have this theory
Today,
that the whole thing with equity on a home is one of the biggest rip-offs we've ever been talked into. I swear, if you lived in an apartment and instead of buying a house and keeping all that crap up yourself, you just got a part-time job for $10 an hour at minimum wage and put all that into a savings account, 30 years later, it'd be more than your. I don't think that the equity thing is kind of a scam. There are big numbers at the end of it, so that makes you feel good.
Well,
I think if you figured out the time you put into it, you're making less than minimum wage.
I told Becky, I said, look, I had more money renting than I do buying a house. I always had money.
More time on your hands.
More time on my hands. I don't have time for money. And, my landlord took care of everything, you know? It was on their dime. As soon as we bought the house, 4 months later, we had to put a brand new heating and air system, $14,000.
Yeah. So if Royce, you could have called him, he probably could have got it for you for 4 or 5. The guy that does all of this.
So this guy went to high school with Brandon, graduated with Brandon. And I'll take care of you. I'll tell you something I will never get again. I will never, ever buy a heat pump again, ever. I told Becky when we had one in our first house first time we ever got a heat pump, that never again get a heat pump. They said, oh, it's so, oh, the progress they've made. These are wonderful now. No, they're not. They run all the time. They don't stop running, run all the time. So as long as that motor's running, that little wheel out there is running.
Talk about.
On the outside bottoms.
Takes money to make it spin.
Hi, this is Randy Bergen, host of Southern Fairway Sports
You're
Radio
right.
Show.
And your house is wet.
6-5. We invite.
And I said, well, it's pulling all the humidity out of the house. I was sitting under a vent last night and it was like a cold heat coming, like cold air and hot air hit me at the same time. Coming down.
Right here on FM Talk 106.5. For more than a decade, 7-2 with Mike and Stu. FM Talk 106.5.
So we're gonna talk about Mardi Gras first. What? We're gonna say something about Mardi Gras first.
What, like what?
Jarhead's from Jarhead. Yeah, the lead in Jarhead.
Oh, if you want.
Well, you know, we are in gumbo weather for sure right now. It's Mardi Gras. We've had this cold weather.
Mardi Gras.
And everybody has their traditions, you know.
Mine is leave the area where Mardi Gras is.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Good time to be at Little River Canyon.
By the way, Sean Sullivan says ducks from yesterday are going into the gumbo today.
There you go.
I had a little gumbo shop a long time ago downtown Mobile. Long time ago. And there was a group of lawyers, and every time they go duck hunting, they would bring me their duck. I said, you don't have to dress it yourself, but I will put it in the gumbo. And I had to make them gumbo all the time. And and you mentioned goose earlier. I've had goose one time in my life, and I would love to have some more one another time. Again, hopefully one day. But
Great big duck.
golly, I'm thinking about that duck gumbo right now.
Duck
So-
with venison sausage is the way to go.
So anyway,
It's on the line.
Yeah.
Let's talk some Mystic Stripers open house talk.
He has Mardi Gras questions, and the king of Mobile Mardi Gras sitting right here next to me.
Oh, it's not Jarhead Day, it's Mystic Jarhead.
Oh,
Mystic Jar- Mystic.
you got your mask on?
Now, well, I got my glasses on. I got my wraparound sunglasses on, so.
Dressed like Shane Beamer.
Just like the stay built nothing man or whatever, because I'm thinking to go down now. Going down to the barn and the den. Mystic Stripers are having an open house today. I'd like to invite you guys or any of your listeners that want to come down and take a look at the floats, have some of the world famous Mystic Stripers chili dogs and hamburgers. Get some real alcoholic beer or something else from antifreeze to keep you warm.
Talking Mike's language.
The barn. Take off the Virginia Street exit, go south, and follow the crowd.
All right.
Follow the crowd. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe tough this time of year. A lot of crowds are lost.
All following each other. Those barn parties are fun, though. They are a lot of fun.
I was listening to the news this morning, and I think they had to hold 9,000 people downtown last night for the Rose Parade.
They can keep it.
Yeah. Cold. They brave.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to go do practice ride for my horse yesterday and about froze my what's off.
Mm-hmm.
Your Spurs.
Now, Stu and I had VIP treatment at the Senior Bowl, but I wasn't about to go getting that cold stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't about it.
He would be an in.
Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to work or not, so I let Mike have the tickets, and he made sure that somebody got a hold of it.
VIP would mean you guys were in a booth.
No, not fair. That means we get free sweet tea.
But all the tents is what I like. The tents.
I don't like to be all tense,
But it's
and I
not
like to be
tense
laid
anymore,
back and
it's-
relaxed.
So what time does this thing start?
It's
Mystic Jarhead.
11 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Now, if you come down, guys, stay out of the bounce house because we don't want to be shooting our little kids. Stay out in the
Well, you know, Mike, he's got to have the bounce house, man.
You don't understand, man. If Mike or I sit down too long, the kids are going to think we're the bounce house.
And let me tell you what, when those things first came out, and I forget how old my son was, but you invite all the neighborhood kids, okay? And then when the birthday party's over and you get everybody to come home, you get the parents to come back. And all the parents
Do
come
a
back
couple of
and
shots.
get it. Well, something like that, yeah. And BYOB, and then all the adults get in the bounce house. That's fun. That's adult fun.
Bazinga. Oh, that was the ball pit. That's what that was.
I'd do that too.
Yeah, that was a Big Bang Theory one time. Sheldon was kind of freaking out, and he broke into the Chuck E. Cheese and was swimming in the ball.
You can get lost in one of those things.
I'll tell you. So, all right, what all kind of food you say they're gonna have?
Chili dogs,
they're
chili
gonna have-
burgers.
Chili dogs, hamburgers, and of course, pretty women walking around everywhere.
Oh, I'll be there.
And music, probably a DJ, and like I say, you check out floats before they hit the street.
I wonder if Roy's gonna be there.
Check out the floats before they float.
Before they float.
Yeah, I said.
And before the people on them are
I have
floating.
a quick question, Jared. You said the free women. Is there the opposite?
He said pretty women.
Pretty women.
Okay.
Steve's just looking for a bargain.
None are here for free.
Y'all got any BOGOs?
Well, you never know. What happens at Mardi Gras stays at Mardi Gras.
Just bring your beads, the
No,
big ones.
no, sometimes it ends up in the pages of Lanyap.
There you go. There's that. So,
Well, have fun, Jared, and enjoy, sir.
And one more time, give everybody the place and the time.
11 to 4. Take the Virginia Street exit and go south, and you can follow the crowds. It's right off the interstate and not hard to find, and there'll be plenty of people down there.
Enjoy,
Sounds
sir.
good, man. Have fun.
follow the crowd. That's
Les la bon temps roulé.
it.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great one.
Have a good time. Be safe, buddy. So, yeah, that's
It's
what.
funny. Nobody on this Gulf Coast can speak French, really, but we can all say that.
Let's
Yeah.
get to the button.
There's, but that's the barn parties are a hoot. I enjoy the barn parties more than I do the parades themselves.
Never even been in all the years I've been in this business. Wow.
There's some of them that are
I bet they're more
hard
fun.
to get into.
Yeah,
Some-
I bet
some
some
are
are
not
fun than the
open.
balls. Because you don't have to wear a tuxedo to the barn party, right?
Mm-mm.
But kudos to whoever designed the tuxedo for Mobile Mardi Gras. The way they're cut, Steve, doesn't matter how round a fella you are, you look svelte. when you put on
Mhm.
that Mardi Gras tux. The way it's cut on the jacket,
Mhm.
it has a slimming effect on men. I put mine on with good grief, man. I look like a movie star. Look at me.
That's 20 pounds.
And you look like everybody, every other guy there too.
Yeah, everybody looks good. The women wear some weird stuff. Yeah. But I guess you got to have some flexibility in case you're going to roll around on the ground pulling each other's hair.
I used to belong to a secret society,
And
and
steam to stop them and waffle.
and one year we had this woman show up in a gown, and we had to set new rules the next year for our ball because we had to make sure nothing was see through.
Ah,
Why?
This thing was
Sounds like
see through all the way through, and
Wait.
we had to make
Was
a
it
rule.
something you wanted to see?
Well, she was a gorgeous woman.
No, was it just stupid?
But you know, everybody's got their wives there and girlfriends there and others. And
and they
so
could be taking a
we
hit
had-
from
well, some of them shouldn't be wearing stuff like that.
her.
And so we had to
does it
set,
become the other rule?
we had
Yeah, it's just like yoga pants aren't for everyone.
we had to do in addition to our policy, our dress code for women. It's that you could not wear see-through.
Now,
Hey,
the
mine-
Stripers is with Jarhead's with, they're
Yes,
one of the
Stripers.
older.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
They're on Thursday nights. They kind of kick off the big weekend. You got Stripers and you got Crew of Columbus, and then you got MOTs with the Dragons
Right.
and Joe Kane. And then
It's full of.
MOTs is always, to me, growing up, was always the best parade.
that's probably the
Yeah.
biggest attended parade, night parade.
Not just because of the dragons. The parade, the floats were incredible. My favorite one was they did a superhero theme when I was a kid. And it was just every float was dedicated to a different comic book. I'm
Mhm.
like, that got my interest.
Long time ago, the KORs did Jimmy Buffett theme. And Jimmy Buffett was on one of the floats and he wasn't wearing his mask.
Did he
But
know
they
it?
were throwing coins that had the parrot head on the one side and then songs and something of life,
Songs in the Key of Life?
something like
That's
that.
an album by,
Stevie Wonder.
yeah. That was an album.
But anyway, all the floats were decorated like that for Jimmy Buffett, and it was a great parade. But MOTs, always a big crowd, probably the biggest nighttime crowd there is.
So the big dragon is Verna Dean, right?
Mhm.
And then the two little dragons are Verna and Dean.
Verna Dean.
Are they?
Welcome to Alabama. Yeah, they're her name broken up.
But they're the longest. I understand they're the longest in the world. She's the longest dragon in the world, and
Of that type, I'm sure, because
If
you've never seen-
if you've ever been to the Japanese.
yeah, if you've ever seen a Lunar New Year, but what they'll do is one person in the front has a dragon head and everything behind them is just like silk and other people working the silk. So it's not the same. It's not a float.
Mhm.
It's not automized or anything like this. It's one person holding a dragon head with a, yeah,
They're
automized.
their barn party's open to the public, and it's a great barn party.
KOR or
MOTs.
MRTs.
It's the Sunday.
Obviously Mystic Stripers.
It's the
are.
Sunday before. It's the Sunday before the big weekend, and they do a fantastic theme with their balls, but I mean their parade, and it's a big attended ball, and so is Stripers. That's big food. My God, here is the other thing about the balls. The food is
I was just about to ask, what
Oh,
is the main?
It's hit or miss. It depends on the crew, but most of the big crews have good stuff. But some of the smaller ones might have okay food for the normal people. The VIP
What
is
are we talking as far as food?
It can get-
yeah,
Crabs
that's-
and lobster.
I've seen some rooms, like some of the big organizations, where they'll have like certain rooms that just be first class, and then they'll have the average sandwiches and hors d'oeuvres and all that.
chicken tenders and French fries.
Right.
Lots of food, lots of drinks.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's kind of mixed up because of they're not at the auditorium.
Thank goodness.
They're having to have, if they're using properties that belong to the city, they're having to use the whoever it is, the contracting city has a contract with to provide the food. I hear a lot of complaints about this because of
Call the error mark.
I think they changed.
Hmm.
But they're complaining about the prices on the liquor, how much liquor, the food, the prices on the food. Hopefully they're going to get all this worked out before they get to new auditorium going, but a
They
lot of the
were
catering.
silly in thinking that the price would be the same this year as last year. No one should ever
Well, no,
expect that.
right, it goes up,
Yeah.
but these people, I understand these prices are ridiculous.
Mm.
They're ridiculous prices.
Well,
But
I would have to look at their
I would
their
hope,
stuff.
but what it is doing, it's helping out a lot of caterers
Mhm.
who have never done this much business in their lives. They're getting a lot of,
As it
That's
should
good
be.
news.
That to me should be the way it should be in
Yeah.
the first place, instead of a group.
251-343-0106 is the call and text in line, folks. Tell us your story.
That song usually only pops up at the end, so I was like, we done?
Georgia Russo said, she refused to do the auditorium because it's that big circle.
Yeah.
And then where her employees at.
Yep.
And nobody ever wanted to work in the balls there. So they said, what we have? You know, doing, but the chief said, I've got more business here than I've ever had. And then Sarah over there at, Crown Hall, she's playing.
Comer in studio with me today. A lot of people.
IM's gonna start doing their own, because they got their own barn, and they got their own, place to have their ball at now.
Even how much getting rid of that dump has helped out the rest of the businesses in this city. We should have done it, but here's the thing, the bulldoze that thing in the night.
But they don't have their mall no more, like they do at South Alabama.
Yeah.
And I think it's free, but, cause I know the guy who runs it, but whoever's running the auditorium right now,
There ain't no auditorium.
convention center,
Yeah.
they're gonna have the auditorium. I think they're also doing the
Somebody
singer.
experience who does try cases, who understands
They
how
said
it works.
that
We want
they-
somebody with that
it's
experience. there.
ridiculous.
And that's the
Ridiculous
experience that
what
we take the advice
these
for a long
rules
time.
are- and they're forced to do it.
Consultation time.
They're forced to do it.
Part of the contract.
Services above.
Legacy Oaks at Spring Hill. You'll find
Pretty much.
need to live.
I think it'll eventually get better. I don't know how long the contract's for.
It's a charming community of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments located in the heart of the city, just off Dolphin and I-65. Inside the spacious floor plans, you'll discover cozy interiors complete with gas range, a gas fireplace, and each unit comes with an attached garage. Outside your apartment, you'll love the amenities like pool and a clubhouse that includes a conference room,
Ted Koppel is the guy on CBS.
opportunity to relax and enjoy the
There's a
company
bear
of neighbors.
for you.
As a resident of Legacy Oaks at Spring
He's still
Hill,
alive?
you'll also enjoy easy access to the
Yeah, he
area's
used to be
most
on
popular
Queen.
shopping.
I thought he used to be on that ABC late
Few
night.
minutes from
Oh,
downtown.
that too.
Yeah, that's the only place I ever knew him from. I thought he died decades ago.
299 and find out more at legacyoaks@springhill.com.
Luke Holtz went ahead and kicked off over the night.
With the parent.
Did he die?
Yes. Well, you've been in hospice for a
Oh, I know, but-
Yeah. They don't put people in hospice that get better.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know that.
yeah, I saw something this morning that said rest in peace. I'm like,
I saw some fake stuff.
The Alabama Department of Human Resources at 1-800-458.
Lamont died yesterday.
Yeah.
Services on the
I thought he
DHR
was dead.
website at dhr.alabama.gov.
It doesn't hurt when you think they're already dead.
It doesn't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
FM Talk 1065 is Mobile and Baldwin County's number one creator of live local content. Listen on air, online, and on demand. FM Talk 1065.
All right, Mikhail.
Your voice.
Oh, he's still alive.
Dynamic.
Yeah, he will.
On 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Stu, you got like a pimple on the end of your nose or something?
No,
You've been hiding your face the whole time.
you know,
with
you're
your
sitting
mic.
right here next to me. You could just look at me instead of
Even
looking
our
at the screen.
viewing audience can't tell.
They don't want to see.
They go, what's he hiding?
They don't want to see.
What's he
it.
hiding?
It's a radio show. You mean all 4 of the people watching right now?
Well, that's David Hubble 5 times. Danny Calametti said he's thawing out from senior ball. I would have been there. If I was 20 years younger or if it was 20 degrees warmer, I would have been there yesterday.
Was it
Sure.
Yeah.
So I just,
Good attendance, so really good attendance. From everything that I saw on
Yeah.
television,
Well, the funny thing about the
Maybe
Senior
just to
Bowl
get a cameraman angle. I don't know.
is the real work ends Thursday. And nobody getting evaluated after Thursday.
Right.
Everyone goes home from the
Right,
NFL.
right.
No one stays except for the two coaching staffs that are coaching. That Friday and Saturday, that's for the fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the work is done.
All the
Monday through
scouts are
Thursday.
gone. A lot of the scouts, some of them hang around, but a lot of
They
most of the
usually, each
scouts
team
leave.
uses one to watch the game.
Yeah.
Usually maybe two if they don't have anything to do. But they've seen everything they needed to see in practice.
Yeah.
And
They're big film studiers too.
I've been saying this year, but I've been saying this for years. This is the only bowl game that's meaningful. None of the rest mean anything.
Well,
And have it for a long. When we started having 40 bowl games,
yeah.
that meant 80 teams out of
With
100.
with 6 and 6 teams.
5 and 7. They were
Yeah.
5 and 7.
Nice.
Mississippi State had a losing record. 6 and 6 shouldn't be allowed. You should have to have a winning record. It's supposed to be a reward for winning, not for just that's a
That's
participation.
part of our participation trophies era. You know.
No, it was every town thought that they could become billionaires by opening up a bowl game, and ESPN was throwing contracts at it. Mobile has done better than most of the team.
Yeah, Mobile's done real well for several years now. A couple decades.
Yeah.
A couple of decades now.
But if you look at any bowl game, and this isn't new, this isn't the playoff era. It's been like this since the early 90s.
Mhm.
Most stadiums are half empty at these bowl games because there's nobody there that the
Some of them.
locals want to see.
Some of them are not even half.
Yeah. So we oversaturated with bowl games in the 90s before we ever had a playoff.
Mhm.
That made the bowl games meaningless. And then when we came up with the BCS, we didn't need the bowl games anymore to determine a national championship. We would call it that bowl game just to make those people happy. But
Move it around.
yeah, it ain't a Sugar Bowl if there ain't an SEC team in it.
Well, like you said, it's nice that, Mobile has the convention, if you will, to have everybody come in and now you've got a reason because now they're looking for the draft. They're looking for
Right. Now,
like
the Senior Bowl is still a big draw.
Yeah, and you got a good food, to support that as well. Plus, it kicks off Mardi Gras. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, well, it's all good for us.
Well,
we
I'm gonna
like
tell you-
the Senior Bowl. I'm talking about the other bowl game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Danny
The
Calumetti.
Mayonnaise Bowl.
Danny Calumetti.
Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, I think the Pop-Tart Bowl is
That has become
That's
the most
hilarious.
popular bowl every year.
That's hilarious.
But if you have to have those kind of gimmicks, then get rid of the bowl game. I want two football teams playing.
But anyway, Danny will agree with this, but Mobile is we're right on the verge of having a great tourist attraction opening up here by fall this year. And it's the Jimmy Buffett Museum. And you just don't know the effect worldwide that Jimmy Buffett has on the world. You probably do. You're a DJ.
Mhm.
Or anyone over 40.
Right.
Anyone under 40 is never going to get Jimmy Buffett
Well, I don't know.
until
There's a
they
lot.
hit 40.
But anyway, that's going to be a tremendous draw for Mobile, and hopefully it's going to fill up these restaurants and fill up these hotels and then people coming in on for the cruises. Cruises are already sold out, but that'll give them something to do.
Yeah.
To come a day or two early.
Yeah.
And that's what you want when you host a cruise ship, is you want them coming to town early.
Oh, we got to see the Jimmy Buffett Museum.
Because if they come to town, drive to the parking lot, immediately get on the boat and leave, Mobile's not really making any money for that.
That's the whole idea, I think, behind the renovation of downtown Mobile is, have that draw and have more to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I want to see us. I'm glad they're working on the streets and all that. I want to see us get rid of some of the vagrant buildings and the blight we have downtown. Pensacola has done a phenomenal job with their downtown. Biloxi's doing a phenomenal job. Ocean Springs.
But the blight in
Yeah.
Pensacola, it's getting worse. It
Sure.
really is on some areas. Post.
Yeah, but it's
and-
not downtown.
I mean, all I see is a new growth. I
But
mean,
it's
the streets
there.
all lit up and they've got
Oh, it's beautiful.
people walking up and down the streets and just very well lit and
But they didn't have
restaurants,
people walking up and down
bars.
the street last night.
Hmm?
But they didn't have a lot of people walking down the street last
They
night.
did. Seville Quarter is always that way.
Yeah, stumbling maybe.
uh, But I'm just saying, you know, we just got spots in downtown Mobile, and I love my city. I love Mobile. But we got areas that are just empty buildings with plywood on front now.
Yeah. People need to remember, it's cheaper to refurbish a building than it is to build a new one.
I don't know.
No.
I don't
Some
think
of these
so.
old homes. that
I don't think so.
historic ones-
Now, if they're structurally unsound.
Yeah.
The historical factor is out the window.
We used to use the material you can out of it, and then, you know, the bricks is one thing.
Yeah, but there are plenty of buildings that have no problems at all other than being empty. Yeah. Which is a pretty serious problem when you're a building, because that's your sole purpose in existing is to house people.
Mm-hmm.
Or a business that makes money.
Right.
Right.
Well, there's people running that business. So,
The only thing that it always, and just, I noticed in the last few minutes, but the last thing that always got me about Mobile, and I don't understand this still, is you get such a fine restaurant or a really good, even a chain come in and it lasts, a blink of an eye, it's gone.
Mm.
And that kind of concerning. Why is that, you think?
Chains have a better success rate because they're a chain. I mean, they got money behind them.
people don't care about good food with a chain. They just know it's not going to be bad.
What I
Not
don't,
just- I mean,
Yeah,
even
they're
local, it doesn't go very well.
Chains mean you are okay with okay food.
Right. What I'm trying to get at, why don't more local type of restaurants make it any more than the chains do?
Because the chains have money that they throw at putting those smaller ones out of business.
Hmm.
They have these large corporations have people whose job is
Well,
to undermine small. businesses.
I'm all about, and Stu is too. That's what the show's about, supporting local,
Exactly.
support local.
A chain restaurant coming to your town is not a sign of progress. It's a sign of regress. You want your local restaurants taking those premium spots.
That's
And
what I'm
making
trying to
it-
get
yeah.
at. Yeah.
Mhm.
But the buying power that the
And some-
chains have, they can just outbid you on the real estate.
And some have done really well.
Mm.
You look at Briquettes, done real well.
Mm.
Everything Pete touches, it does well.
Well, no,
Well-
well, Pete will point out he's had his failures too. That's part of the process.
Well, that's part of it. But Pete's doing really well. What he's got, where he's at,
Yeah.
doing really well.
Yeah, you don't have to bat 1,000 as long as you're batting above 500.
Mhm.
You stay in business.
But we look at Frankie, what he's done downtown.
For roosters and
Uh-huh. And across the bay, somebody was saying there's 50 restaurants downtown Mobile. I don't know, but that sounds about right.
well, they're going to be counting everything in box out and insider as well,
Exactly.
Card.
Exactly.
stuff like that. What do you know? Oh well, we'll have to talk about it off there. Okay, peace up there. Hey man, y'all stay warm out there. Tip your servers earn your tips. And Mike, what kind of cheese should you eat when you're all by yourself?
No out. Provolone.
Provolone. Later, taters. Clip it.